Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Somebody is grieving, mourning an old version of you. A version of you that entertained their ridiculousness. They miss an old version of you that gave a damn about what they wanted from you and what they requested so foolishly and so selfishly. You've moved on from that space, from that point in time. Leaps and bounds. You've grown. They miss that version of you that didn't see all that you see now, because your vision has expanded. Your gifts have taken off. Your gifts have taken off, beautiful being. And you have so much power within you. And it's a beautiful power because you don't use it to control others. You use it to be inspired. You use it to grow both within yourself, your emotional self, your spiritual self, and also to grow things around you, to plant seeds and to help others grow, to help inspire and motivate, heal, inform. Yeah. Someone misses the old you, but there is no going back. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. Okay, what's coming through for this beautiful being? We've got innocence and past lives. Ooh, receptivity. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's somebody here who, I'm not gonna lie, like right off the bat, I'm seeing that they want to travel to you, but the roads are closed. This could be because you did a road opener for your abundance, your prosperity. Abre camino. You have been working with source energy to open roads for your gifts to expand, for you to have peace, for you to have an infinite flow of abundance, not needing to compare yourself to others, not needing to try to compete with others, just being and allowing your abundant energy to expand, welcoming opportunities to you. Okay? So roads are open for you, but there's somebody over here from a past life who feels very alone. They're searching for something. They're searching for you, an old version of you. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only dark clouds when she's away. Yeah. Their house does not feel like a home. Somebody realizes that you were always the magic. You're a portal. You're a portal that at one time opened up a way for them to receive everything that they could ever imagine, everything that they could ever need or desire. They had that in you, but now the roads are closed. And so they're trying to travel. Now, when I pull this card, a lot of times I see astral travel too. So they could be trying to astral travel towards you. But the road is closed. There's something about them prior. There could have been, okay, a strong telepathic connection between you. But that road has been closed. They're not allowed to infiltrate your dream state. They can't get in. That's why they feel alone. They wouldn't feel alone if they were able to access your energy, because this is a being who would take positive energy, negative energy. They don't care. They would take your anger. They would take your lust. They would take your happiness, your joy. They would take anything that you were giving just to get in. And then once they got in, they would be picky. See, that's how this kind of entity works. They'll take whatever they can get initially. And then once they're given an open door and they feel like they've got some leeway, some freedom in a person's life, then they're like, I think I want to rage bait them today. And they go and do something that causes them to be angry. Or I think I want them to worship me today, so I'm going to love bomb you. You know, it's like this game of control. They want control. They want to push buttons. I want to see you angry. I want to see you sad. I want to see you jealous. Something about a third party could be here, okay? They used other people to try to incite feelings of jealousy in you, but you know what? You were like, no. You refused to give this person the reactions that they wanted. When you're in your receptive state, where you're receiving energy from someone, you're very picky about it. You're like, I'm only receiving energy from others that vibrates somewhere around where I'm vibrating. That's what you're saying. It's like you're in this innocent energy. And so you are only going to vibe with beings that are pure of heart, that have positive intentions towards you. Beings that want to see you win, or at the very least are not going to try to make you fail. Okay, you said that's it for that one. What else needs to be known here, Spirit? You have got beautiful beginnings, and you're watering these beginnings. You're tending to your beginnings. This could be something that you suppressed. Like there was something that you wanted to grow, something that you wanted to nurture, right? Maybe seeds that you wanted to plant, but you felt like you couldn't plant them because this person was over here eyeing what you had going on. So you suppressed some things. You were like, I'm just going to wait until later. I'm going to wait until later. And now you have had enough time to know what freedom feels like. And you're like, just like this with your arms up, you're like, I'm ready to receive from the universe. And you realize that in order to remain in this state where you are open to receive, you got to keep your energetic field clear. And you're doing that. You may already be aware that this person has you on their mind and that they're trying to find a way in. Oh, look at here. Nostalgia. No. Oh man, they're remembering all the good times. And I feel like you're saying, what good times? You might can come up with a few. Because, you know, nobody is 100% bad, I guess you could say. Everybody has a quality that is somewhat redeeming. It's somewhat, just a little bit, you know. It could have been this person's passion, or at least, you know what I'm getting is that, oh wow, but they have low self-esteem. So this person, I'm getting that they feel that their redeeming quality is their passion, but that could be something that you got tired of. You realized it wasn't enough. But yeah, they're reflecting and they want to communicate. Okay, let's shuffle. Tell us what we need to know about this spirit. All this person wants is an open door, and they want that door to give way to another door and another door and another door. I'm getting that these are all the beautiful layers of you. That's what they want. They want access to your body and to your appeal. You're very appealing. You're very, I'm getting that you're like, you're low key. Like you're not all, like you don't do all that. You don't have to. You don't need to. You're just graceful. I don't know why I just thought of Grace Kelly. Wow. So you come across like royalty. That's because you are. That's because of your bloodline. And you know, something really wonderful has happened is that you've always been royalty, beautiful being. Oh, you know why that came out a little? Because there was something about you always having been royalty, but you didn't always know that you were royalty. Beautiful being. Okay? Say it clearly. There's something about you having realized, peeled back the layers with this opportunities card. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Look, it's like layer after layer after layer, and then there is your core energy right there. But each layer of you, whether it's your physical appeal, your spiritual nature, your intuitive gifts, your creative energy, your talents, all of those aspects of you are things that bring wealth to a person, comfort. And so you've always had these things about you, these aspects, but they're even more valuable now because you realize the value that you hold. You realize that you're royalty. I don't know a lot about Grace Kelly, but like imagine if she just grew up, I don't know, somewhere, and she was actually, what was she, a queen, a princess? And she just grew up like anybody else, right? She never would have known that she held that title. But when you know, you might walk a little different, you know? You know that there are certain things that you have access to. Now, the beautiful thing about you is that you're royalty. And while some people would be in your position and try to harness this power and just gain power and control over other people, you don't do that. You use whatever power it is that you have in order to plant seeds, to grow things for your community, for other beings, for people that you care about, people that you want to see flourish. And that's why you truly are royalty. You've peeled back your own layers. Now you truly know who you are. And you know, when you do that, when you do the work to know yourself, that's why the most valuable spiritual lesson ever is know thyself. Because when you know yourself, you know your needs, you know your strengths, you know what's a struggle for you, you know what you need to work on, you know what to celebrate, you know yourself. And when you know yourself, no one can play you. I just saw 1555 on the timer. There's definitely devil energy involved here that's trying to come in. And they're trying to come in through the door of control. Yeah, the devil is all about control. So how are they trying to come in, Spirit? Because that's, yeah. Which deck, Spirit? Okay, let's go. Kemetic Tarot. Oh, I just saw 7 of Cups. Illusion. Oh. Illusion and options. Okay, not the High Priestess and the Devil. Come on now. Oh, with the Emperor back there. Okay, so you could be an Emperor, or you could be in a relationship with an Emperor that they're trying to influence. One thing that's very, very clear is that whatever you give your time, energy, and effort to in your life, this person is trying to control something about it. High Priestess and the Devil. You have an empire. Oh, and look here. We have the Emperor and the Empress. This could very well be a divine union, beautiful being, that this person from the past wants access to. And as Spirit said before, roads are closed, sealed tight, locked. Get all them syllables in there, locked. Okay? There's peace here. There's peace here between you and another being. There's peace here with you and your creative endeavor. There's peace within you and every area of your life. There's nothing that you need to fear or worry about. But this person wants to go back to a time of the past where there was some sort of 10 of Swords. And this 10 of Swords could have been issued by a Queen of Swords, an air sign, feminine, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be the being that wants back in, or they could be associated with this being that wants back in. There's something about this Queen of Swords that wants to direct the traffic in your life. That's what I'm hearing. They want to direct traffic. They want to be the air traffic controller. Yeah. No. With that sword, that's what I'm seeing them do, trying to direct the energy in your life. With that butterfly there, there's something about positive change in your world that this person, look, she looks like she wants to attack the butterfly. There has been positive change in your world. This could have been positive change within a union. And there are no better cards for a divine counterpart than the Emperor and the Empress. So whatever you're doing, you really doing it, okay? Keep doing it. But we've got 9 of Wands and the Sun here. So boundaries are up and things have been exposed. There are things that you know, and if this is a divine union, You as the Empress or you as the Emperor, you and your person know. You got boundaries up. It's Fort Knox. There's somebody here who's acting out of low self-esteem and passion. They may be trying to throw themselves at somebody. Ooh, the desperation. I can smell it. The desperation. These two cards right here are a terrible combination. Passion and low self-esteem. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. Now when we're here, we love ourselves through that, right? We love ourselves through that. Because I haven't always loved myself, right? And when I was here in this space, I was humbled enough to be honest with myself about the fact that I needed to love myself more. But the thing is that you have awareness of that. And so you see that passion and low self-esteem, which creates desperation within others. Okay? You see that. You're able to spot that out. And there's somebody who is very desperate to get in your world or the world of your lover. And they're doing so out of pure desperation. That's all it is. And this could be something that a Queen of Swords, feminine, is trying to propagate. Okay, so propagate, I've never done that before with plants, right? I had a season where gardening was my therapy. So I was getting into some stuff. But I know that propagate is kind of like where you grow a plant from a plant. You take an existing plant and it's the way that you cut the stem or something, and you're able to put it in water and grow another plant from that plant. 2, 2, 2, 2 on the timer. Balance within a union. But this Queen of Swords wants to grow some drama and chaos from something that is so far gone. It's like, it is way in the past. And that was yeah, that Ten of Swords. That's what this Queen of Swords wants to propagate. They want to take this Ten of Swords, which was a time from the past. Perhaps you went through a painful ending or some sort of it was a very difficult time, beautiful being. And what they want to do is bring that back into, I'm hearing back into the future, like the movie Back to the Future. I've never really seen it, to be honest with you. I know it has Michael J. Fox in there. Somebody's name could be Michael. Also, Archangel Michael is protecting you. But this person wants to take a time of hardship from the past and bring it into your future. But the thing that they don't realize is that the road has been closed, as Spirit brought through earlier. Now, there's a King of Wands here, okay? And with passion out here, I'm already getting that this King of Wands, this could be a masculine or feminine. But that's this energy that's trying to come through with this passion, but also low self-esteem. So this is coming through as a King of Wands reversed. There's somebody here who wants to gain access to either this Emperor or Empress. So that they can cause heartache and pain. Because that's what these sadistic beings like to do, is to cause heartache and pain. Why? Because that's all they feel all day, every day, is heartache and pain. And that's all they propagate. That's all they keep going, is the same evil that they are feeling all day, every day. And the reason why they constantly feel these low vibrations is because they remain in them. and they see their way out of their misery as, oh, well, the way I get out of feeling like this, miserable and low vibe, is by ruining your destiny, by taking something away from you, by taking your destiny and bringing it into my world. They don't realize yet that it doesn't work that way. They cannot take anything from you because you see, you know, and you are aware. They have been found out. You and this emperor or empress, because you're one of them, already know how they roll. You have seen their games, and now you know. And so you, ooh, look at this. With the Three of Wands there, you are looking into the future. You're standing firm in the present, grateful for where you are. And you are hopeful for the future. And you know that you have every reason to be hopeful, because you're already so divinely blessed. I'm hearing that you are majestic. We have here this Queen of Wands and King of Cups. So this could also be an aspect of the Emperor and Empress that's coming through here. You could be either one of these, okay? You could be either the Queen of Wands or the King of Cups, or in a way you could be both, all right? But with the Queen of Wands, this is someone who is driven. You're fiery. Also, you're confident in your work, your spiritual work with that black cat there. You know what you're able to manifest, and you do it boldly and with gratitude. This King of Cups is intuitive. Whoever this masculine is in this union, they know what's up. This is a King of Cups who is emotionally stable and emotionally mature. And also what's coming through is emotional regulation. That's so important with sadistic beings like this, because they try to rage bait. Whoever's over here trying to come back into your energy, they're in toxic masculine energy, so they love to rage bait. They want to fight. I'm hearing fight with all your might. Give it to me. That's how they see this. That's how they're like wanting so badly to just get you to be angry. They want you angry. I'm recording this at the time of the full moon in Sagittarius, so there's something here about trying to combine fire with water, trying to bring anger to your emotional state. No, you're beyond that. They can't do that, but just that's what they're hoping for, okay? That's what they want more than anything. Yeah, and they can't do it because you're in the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to your energy. You're stable, okay? Also, that's another 4 card because we already had the Emperor, and here we have the Four of Pentacles. So lots of protection for you, beautiful being. 44 could be significant. Also, you're making plans that nurture your stability. You're planning things and planning actions to take that nurture your abundance, your stability, and your protection. So whatever it is that you've been working on, beautiful being, you're doing it in a beautiful way. And this leads to temperance. This is why they can't get in. is because you have achieved temperance. A beautiful balance. Harmony. Talk about fire and water. Oh, look at that. So it came through that they're trying to rage bait you. They want to make you mad. They want to make you feel like all hope is lost. Okay? They want you over in the corner, sad. And you're just beyond that. You're beyond that. There's nothing that they can do to make you feel like your life is less than beautiful. They can't do it. What they're trying to achieve, they literally do not have the power to do anymore. And perhaps at one time they were able to do something, you know what I mean? But they're living in the past. It's kind of like a person who was so popular in high school, you know, and so they think that they're just going to be popular all through life, but they graduate high school and they realize it's a different ball game. You go on, you're either in college, in the military, doing your own thing, getting a job, whatever, creating. And it's like, this person is not in that clique anymore. So there's something about isolation. They've been isolated. They don't have the same magic touch. So they could have lost touch with the divine. And you have achieved temperance. Earth angel energy. And this is regarding a soul level connection. This could also be temperance within your home and with children. Okay? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's see what else is coming through for you, beautiful being. What does this beautiful being need to know? Somebody's trying to impact your protection. With divine protection, this is card 77. And that's because these beings know that your protection brings you luck. It brings you abundance. So they want to infiltrate your protection is what they want to do. Divine says, shield yourself from negativity. You are divinely protected from harm. Trust that no harm will come to you as long as you remain aligned with your purpose. Beautiful being, the most important thing is for you to stay on your path. That's it. As long as you do, you're protected. There's nothing that they can do to negatively influence your protection. It's all within you. Okay? They have no power over you. Your inner light serves as a powerful shield. That's what they've been trying to infiltrate, though, because they know that your protection is the key. The rising tide. Look at you surfing those waves. I see that. They could have been trying to send negative energy your way where they are testing your alignment. And I'm not saying they wake up in the morning saying, let's test their alignment today, but they just want to throw distractions. They don't know how it's going to hit. They just are trying the same things that they tried in the past. But the cool thing about it is that you get to experience that energy again and compare, because you're not going to compare yourself to anybody else but you and who you were yesterday, right? You can compare how you handle those projections now versus how you handled it back then. Perhaps back then there was something about that energy that led to some sort of painful ending. A situation where you had to get up and pull those knives out of your back and say, let's go. Okay? And recover and regain your strength. But now when they send you this type of energy, you're doing this. You're like, I know where I'm going. Like, I'm the captain now. I have not seen that movie, so but I just that quote, I am the captain now. It's like they're not guiding your ship. You know exactly where you're going. Okay? Yeah, see, they're in a prison of regret. And that's what it is. They just won't. They want everything you got, beautiful being. They want everything you got. And they can't have it. That song, Locked Out of Heaven, by Bruno Mars. They feel locked out of heaven, and they are. They are. And that's what it is. Now, there's something here about them wanting you to feel guilty. There is no such thing as guilt when you stand up for yourself. There is no such thing as, you know what you are? You are consciously sovereign. You don't need to look to these beings, or anyone else for that matter, for anything in order to receive the validation that you need to do what you need in order to protect your energy. You know why you do what you do. And that's all that needs to be said. That's all she wrote. The pencil broke. That's all there is. Of course they're gonna, because that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to sit there and say, look, I'm so sorry. Here I am in my prison. I am so sorry. I know I did wrong. I know I sent you negative energy. I know I tried to bust up your relationship. I know I tried to get your abundance. I know I tried all of this, and I'm so sorry. They don't have the courage to come to you like that. They want you to feel guilty and give them another chance. They want you to take the blame for their actions, their poor choices, their evil choices, and let them back in. Never. Look, conscious sovereignty. You are the sovereign. Oh, and doesn't that give Grace Kelly vibes? I know she was blonde. She looks brunette here. But my word, look at that crown. You're royalty, beautiful being. And the thing is that now you know that you're royalty. And that's why they can't mess with you. Ashe, keep doing your thing, beautiful being, because you do it so beautifully. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I am so grateful that you allow them to flow through me. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I appreciate you so much. I'm so thankful for your presence here in this beautiful space. Thank you so much for your comments, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your donations. I appreciate you so much. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.